Hey guys, it's Daryl here. I was looking for a story this morning that got my attention, that got me in the gut, and I found it. I think our new motto should be "by any means necessary." We could replace that in God we trust on the bill, or anything for a buck. That'd be good. Um, what I heard this morning is Trump's defense team saying, "So what? That it's okay. It was okay for our president to go to the Ukraine to dig up dirt on his political rival. It's not a crime. It's all right. I think their almost exact words were abusing his office isn't illegal. That's his defense. That's Trump's lawyer's defense. This is something Trump supporters agree with, that it's okay by any means necessary. Uh, Basically, that all politicians, all people are corrupt and crooks, and you got to do what you got to do. You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. Uh, it disgusts me. And earlier today too, I was looking up some of Trump's deregulations and like his outlook on his EPA's feeling on asbestos. And I can't. It's like I have to pinch myself. Am I dreaming? Am I in a nightmare? Uh, I've seen Trump argue that asbestos might not, isn't cancer causing. The scientists are wrong. So now, basically, where we're at is our EPA isn't even tracking the asbestos coming into the country, being imported, or where it's going, or what's in it. That's where we're at. I was reading that Trump's EPA is basically, calling it the Environmental Protection Agency is a joke. It's really just an extension of the chemical industry. Um, Anything for a buck, man. He was voted in with this clean up the swamp. And what's he do? Do you remember him complaining about Hillary Clinton and hedge funds and who's it? Sachs, um, the hedge fund in New York City, Goldman and Sachs. And he was trying to draw a line that Hillary was connected to Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs had a tie-in. There's people. I forgot what his name was. Phillips. He made a bet that the housing industry was going to collapse. There's people that profited huge off of the collapse. Corrupt people. One West comes to mind. The banks. One West banks. And that brings in Steve Mnuchin, who's directly tied, who is one of the top guys at Goldman Sachs. So Trump campaigns on keeping, cleaning the swamp, and the stuff that caused the 2008 collapse, cleaning it up, cleaning. And once he gets elected, he turns around and actually hires or appoints one of the main players at Goldman Sachs as his Treasury Secretary. It's stunning. It's something that I couldn't, I like I said, I have to check to make sure I'm is this reality? By any means necessary. The ends justify the means. Corruption's okay. Um, we used to be, back in the 30s, the 40s, or 20s, with the immigration and the Statue of Liberty. We were that shining example of the guys who did things right, like in World War II. We were the good guys, the guys who did things by the rules, the guys that had compassion, the guys that lived by a code of, the golden rule and all that. And it's just all been bastardized. And this. When I pictured America under Trump, I think it's come out 10 times worse than I ever imagined. Like today, when I actually hear that on the TV today, that his defense is, so what? So what if he went to a foreign government to barter with them, to use them to defeat his opponent? And it doesn't bother them that this now makes foreign governments players in who becomes elected in our country. It takes away from our voting process. Yeah, I can't. It just I can't even believe it. Anything for a buck, or the lobbyists that he promised to clean up and drain the swamp that are now, filling everybody's pockets with loot. The pharmaceutical industry, whatever happened to that? Lowering drug prices. And I hear Trump supporters talk about how he's fulfilled all his promises. Well, here's their main thing. It's anything for a buck. You bring up any of this, how he's corrupt, how he lies, his bad behavior, his elementary school vocabulary. So what? The economy's good. There you go, man. There's our motto. Anything for a buck. The ends justify the means. I think those should be our new mottos under Trump. It's scary. It's scary, man. Yeah. So what? It's all right. Or breaking the emoluments clause, that they're not supposed to be able to use their office to make money. That it's corrupt. That they should be. That it opens up the office of the president on down to corruption, to being influenced, and Trump and his supporters and his lawyers. So what? Who cares? Everybody's corrupt. Everybody's dirty. Everybody lies. Everybody's greedy. So what? Get out there and vote, man, in November. It's more important than ever. More important than ever. All right. Have a good day.